Now, if I could get you to stand and remove your hats as the Douglas High School Marching Band performs the national anthem.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lake who made it all possible. Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just a dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at Southern Oregon Sports.
What is education? Is it desks and a line? Is it reading from a textbook? Or should it be something more?
St. Mary's is a really special place, and it's hard to understand that unless you visit, unless you spend time here.
And the kids here are just wonderful.
It makes teaching easy because they want to learn and they're very respectful.
They care about each other. They know how to collaborate and work together. They know how to figure out complex problems.
They respond to enthusiasm and they develop their own enthusiasm, which is something that I feed off as a teacher.
We care for them as a whole, as an individual. It's not just about my subject. We care about all parts of that student.
One of the benefits of our project-based learning program in the middle school is that students are able to take what they're learning and make something really creative and inventive and exciting, and they're also very invested in it because it's real to them.
The students really get involved and get to learn problem solving through a hands-on approach. Through our mod system, they can take an engineering class and see if it's for them, but then maybe realize that they want to do something a little more creative and then take some art classes and find out that architecture might be their thing.
This is education for the 21st century. Our programming is designed to teach people to think outside the box.
This year we have students from 11 different countries, plus all of our American students, so we're an international campus. Students learn from each other. Local students learn from students who come to go to school here. In the classrooms, they really add to what is happening, and that benefits the local students.
A great education is more than just what happens inside the classroom. It's what happens when students learn about competition, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose. It's about learning how to become who they need to become. I think what's most important about this is that you know that kid sitting in front of you, you see them as an individual, and you understand that you can have an impact on their life and inspire them to find out something about themselves that they didn't know existed, and that they can leave the school and they can go off and do some great things with their lives, whatever that may be. I feel like we're doing something pretty special and spectacular at this place. It's so inspiring, not only for myself, these students, but for everybody who works here, for everybody who comes here. To be part of St. Mary's is something that is truly extraordinary.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to our Lithia Superstore Game of the Week right here on TableRockSports.net. My name's Chris Phillips. Jonathan McCrary to my right. He'll be behind the camera for you tonight. We should have a good one here in this beautiful, beautiful valley nestled right in here. Douglas High School, the St. Mary's Crusaders. we have on tap for you. They are 3-1. Crusaders riding that 3-game win streak after the opening week loss at Amity. Heartbreaker, 34-32 at Amity. They have run off 3 straight big wins ever since. 55-0 against Lost River, 49-20 against Regis, and last week you saw 56-6 at Gold Beach. So the Crusaders look to stay on the hot streak tonight against the Douglas Trojans. I'll have starting lineups for you and all the action tonight when we come back. Should be a good one. We'll be back right after this.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is a guy from Lithia who made it all possible. Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back. We are just about ready to kick things off. Let me get these starting lineups out for you for the Crusaders tonight. On offense, it will be, of course, Li'iloa Kaiwalehua at quarterback. Trayvon Foster, number 8. Josh Covington is number 21. He's a senior. The senior Brady Eiler, number 26. Number 33, Kobe Aldrich, also a senior. Number 44, Caden Aldrich, just a sophomore. Sean Snyder is a senior. Number 56, John Beatty is a senior. Number 68, Connor Walker is a senior. Number 72, Nate Thickett is a senior. And number 75, Lance Parrish is a junior. So that's your starting lineup for the Crusaders. We are just about ready for kickoff. Let me get that graphic down off the screen for you. Crusaders will kick it off. It will be Li'iloa sending it away. Low line drive kick to start this one off. Trojans will pick it up. Right up the middle, finally meets some white shirts. It's going to be hard to tell the downs on some of these ones at the ends of the field. It's hard to tell angles. Just the one down marker. So that is just outside the 20. Looks like we will be at the 23-yard line is where the Trojans will start things off.
First and 10 Trojans at about the 22 or 23-yard line.
I don't feel so bad when the when PA doesn't know where it is either. So the Trojans will have the first drive of the game tonight. They come out 3 wide. They are all now to the right side of the formation. Handoff goes right into the line. Crusaders finally we get a whistle, so he kept pushing the pile. These silver numbers on crimson jerseys, not the easiest to see at a distance. We will do our best.
Playing quarterback out there for Douglas is Landon Lane, the junior, number 8.
2 quarterbacks listed on the roster. Also Jesse Brecht, junior, number 15, but it is Landon on the keeper this time. We call that no gain, so the play will stay at the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Clock ticks down under 11 minutes.
Yeah, and trying to establish pace with 2 inside runs to start the game, but nothing going so far.
Yeah, that's really a strength of this Crusaders defense. You're running at Nate Thicket right there at his nose guard position. Number 72 really plugs up the middle.
We'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Looks out to the right, overthrows his receiver. That'll bring up 4th and long. See what the Trojans can dial up.
Probably good that one went over his head and had a lurking man there in the secondary creeping up.
They will bring out the punt squad. So 3 and out for the Trojans.
I was there last week to see the Gold Beach game for St. Mary's.
Like the little delay punt. Waits to see if there's going to be room, then kicks it away. That one's going to roll to the 35, so the Crusaders will start there when we come back.
1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit Eye.
Welcome back. Le'iloa swings it out to the right, breaks a tackle. I think that was Covington. Handoff again around the right side. This is Eiler, close to a first down. Covington in motion. Resets on the right. Hand off to Eiler. First down. Close to midfield. So the Crusaders marching right now. Looking very efficient.
And last week we got to see a lot of the St. Mary's run offense and the power they have up the middle. Eiler and even the quarterback getting out there on a lot of runs.
It's going to be interesting to see how they balance that as the season progresses. This time the design keeper finds the corner, makes a couple guys miss. This is going to be close to another first down.
Maybe wanting his pitch man there, he just took it himself and got a good piece of yardage out of it.
Because if you can establish that running game and then open it up for the Foster boys, Covington on the outside, they are plenty explosive. So if you can really key on that run game early, it's going to open all sorts of stuff later on. flag before the snap. That will push it 5 yards. The Crusaders will get 5 for free. They come out 3 wide. Hand off to Eiler. Makes the first guy miss. Puts his head down. Picks up 3 or 4 more. Yeah, this is much more in line from what we saw from them last week than what we saw the couple of weeks before that. They really went out of their way for the explosive plays. This is much more methodical.
Yeah, and just getting their offense set these last 2 weeks and starting with the run game, just trying to wear out the defense before they get anything going.
Looking downfield, has the crosser with room to run. Foster saying, I'm not holding anybody. Finally brought down after a gain of 30 yards. Kobe Aldrich took the slant pattern 30 yards.
And he had a few drops last week and really wanted to, going into this game, I'm sure, take advantage of his opportunities and had a big catch and run there.
That was a nice job by Iloa to find his 3rd, 4th option in that set. He was looking downfield all the way. Everything was covered. Found Aldrich coming across the middle late. This time design keeper right up the middle to the 5. Spins. Fighting. He's going to be short.
Great move there with that inside spin just to get a few more yards and get really close to the pylon.
He is absolutely a weapon in the keep game. They will split Trey Foster out way wide right. Everybody else tight to the line. Handoff, Aldrich. No, Eiler, sorry. Touchdown, St. Mary's Crusaders. Brady Eiler puts the ball in the end zone.
And that was a great play design because with Foster on the outside, with the big red zone target, you can't commit too many guys to the inside to stop the run. That resulted in a touchdown there for...
Yeah, it's just a staple of the St. Mary's offense. They love to work those edges. They love that off-tackle stuff. They love to get you going the wrong way, use your momentum against you. Ali'i up, blocked. Score will stay 6-0. Crusaders over the Douglas Trojans. They'll have the ball when we come back right after this. Crusaders score on their first drive of the game. Methodically, they march down the field. Trojans will have their second possession here with excellent field position. A late flag.
That one could be a personal foul penalty on the tackle.
That was way away, yeah. That was the official all the way on the other sideline.
Sometimes they have the best view over there right down the line. And as we thought.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This one's going to go against the Crusaders.
That field position just got a little bit better for Douglas.
So they couldn't ask for a better situation here to try and answer that opening drive score.
And as we saw last week,
they come out. Oh, sorry, Jonathan. They come out 4 wide at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Keeper, they try the left side. Only a couple of yards. This time it is Jesse Brecht. Number 15 taking the snap from center. Seth Christian running the play in from the sideline for the Trojans.
Looked like he might escape for a second, but quickly brought down.
Four wide, single back. Brecht again under center. Crusaders with just the one free safety. Again, they show a long time, and they do indeed go with the dive right up the middle. He does a nice job showing that with his play action.
Yeah, and with these two running teams, you see some quick games as a result with that clock just chewing up.
This time it'll be Trey Peterson running it in. So 3rd and 5. See what the Crusaders defense dials up here. 1-on-1. They are soloed on the outside. Trying to disguise their coverage. See him.
Got to have a lot of faith in your corners.
They go right into the middle of the line, and there's nothing doing. Crusaders' defensive line stands strong again. Number 72, Nate Thickett, really leads the charge inside there. Sean Snyder got in on that one as well.
May have considered it here in no-man territory, but they will punt the ball. Maybe just a little bit early to try anything too rash at this point.
Is away, fielded by Jaden Foster. A couple guys miss. Always dangerous when he gets his hands on the ball on the run. They bring him down at the 45. Yeah, Crusaders aren't going to give me much time. Go ahead and let you know to tune in to KTVL Channel 10 Friday Night Football tonight. You know the Ashland Grizzlies in studio there, correct?
Yes, that will be the case. As the boys come in to enjoy some studio time and enjoy Friday Night Football with Joe Brett.
Your great sponsors at Arby's at the corner of Stewart and Barnett, where they have the meats. All of our great sponsors here at Table Rock Sports. Keep our, just overthrows his intended receiver. It's tough to out-throw Jaden Foster.
Especially with those long strides. Had 2 amazing special teams touchdowns last week, too. Dangerous in all facets of the game.
And, yeah, that's one of the first things I noticed as well. It's like him and his brother are the same. They don't look like they're moving that fast, and then you realize they've gone 40 yards in like 4 steps.
Just cover so much ground.
Yeah. Eiler will take it around the right side, breaks it big up the middle, making everybody but the very last man miss. There is a flag down on the far sideline, way behind the play. We'll wait on that. Wait for the call here. Yeah, Crusaders headed back upfield. Illegal downfield.
If that's the case, it should have brought them all the way
right,
back.
That doesn't, I don't understand. Okay.
Those pre-snap penalties.
It must have been, yeah. I don't think that was the correct signal, but anyway, Crusader ball at the 28. Going downfield for the big play into double coverage. That was Trayvon. They tried to go up top two. Can't come down with it. So you go for the big play after the big play. Always usually a pretty solid strategy. I always like to see that. You got the defense reeling. You want to make them pay. You want to double up on the attacking.
Yeah, and a couple close calls could very well have been catches, but try to use it to their advantage.
Keeper up the middle. Big hole. First down and more for Ali Iloa. Kaewailehu down to the 10-yard line. And actually looks like it'll be just shy of the 10, so the Crusaders will have a chance to get a first down before a touchdown. It'll be very close, though. 15 yards on the pickup. Yeah, you're right. Only 6-0. That clock just keeps winding away. Both these squads
just churning down. Already 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Eating up that grass. This time the Crusaders will put it in the air. He did catch it. Covington for the touchdown.
And that was across his body. Amazing ball placement. Try to get it in there, and even better awareness to get the catch.
Josh Covington puts the Crusaders up by a pair of touchdowns. We'll see if they maybe go for two now. I think they will after that blocked extra point. Of course, when your quarterback's also your kicker, you always have that option.
Definitely. And they went for two nearly every drive, only attempted maybe one or two kicks last game.
And here you go. 3 wide to the right side. They're going to toss it to Eiler and just let him put his head down in space. He will get there.
Using the power.
14-0. The Crusaders lead it. We'll be back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lake who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back to Douglas High School. Trojans trail the Crusaders 14-0. St. Mary's has scored on both of their opening drives. Kickoff bounces at the 15. He brings it back to the middle. And again, Douglas will start with field position out past the 30-yard line.
And a good return game on Showcase so far.
First and 10.
Motion will come. He's going to be a blocker. They go to the right. He only picks up 3 or 4. Eiler and Jaden Foster in on that tackle. Right up the middle. Trojans trying to do their damage in a straight line. Only picked up a couple, but it does make for 3rd and short. Inside 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Trojans with the advantage of the 3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, a lot of inside runs. Now might be a time to mix in some play action. Catch St. Mary's sleeping on the defensive end.
See what the Trojan coaching staff has dialed up on 3rd and 3. Jesse Brecht is still under center. Single back behind him. That's Levi Brown. He's going to go out right. They're going big. Right through his hand. Seth Christian just can't quite come down with it. That'll bring up 4th. I love the call. Go for it. You're down 2 scores here in the first quarter. You got 3rd and 3. They're expecting something up the middle, maybe something just to get the first down. Try and go up over the top.
Yeah, and a good throw, maybe just a little
Right
tough on the
off his
outside,
hands, yeah.
but was well executed. Still find themselves on 4th and 3, down 14. Might be 4-down territory.
And you're going for it here, yeah. Looks left, comes back over the middle, has his man with room to run. One man to beat is Covington. Touchdown, Douglas Trojans. Johnny Sloan.
Wow, and getting that one right back for the touchdown. That's crazy. Great throw.
Goes 70 yards for the touchdown on the slant pattern. And the Trojans are right back in this one.
Trying to get their men off the field quickly before attempting this extra point.
Extra point is no good, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, that one bounced off the left upright.
Huh. I love being able to hear the coaches sometimes. So it looks like Douglas is going to get another shot at this. Coaches saying they had 2 guys run off the field. They were playing that extra point 11 on 9.
And we noticed them running off right before the play.
Yeah.
Probably glad to get another chance at this one.
Yeah.
Seeing the first one bounce off the left upright. Going to try to get more air under this ball.
First extra point of the night for the Crusaders was blocked as well, and that one hits the upright. So flag was against the Crusaders, so Douglas will get another shot at it.
And the fans happy about that one.
I say it about baseball, but I think it's true about every sport. You see something new every single time you come out.
You certainly do.
This time they go for 2. Out pattern is good for the conversion. 14-8. We will be back right after this. Jaden Foster head of steam. Anytime you can bring him down short of midfield, I consider that a successful return coverage attempt by a defending team.
Yeah, I think so too. And a win for Douglas, just keep him out of the end zone. Once again, very dangerous if he gets to the numbers.
So for the first time in a long time, the Crusaders find themselves in a game. They need to answer that score and the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, Douglas came to play today, and mixing that passing game into the running game certainly helped.
60 seconds left in the quarter. Eiler just isn't even touched for 12 yards. Spin move picks up another 10. So 20 plus for Brady Eiler. He didn't get touched for 12 yards.
No, and had that great spin move to get himself even further down the field. Defense playing catch up at that point. And a really powerful type runner is Brady Eiler, the senior.
And the Crusader coaching staff has to be pleased in the balance they're showing on offense right now. This time they'll put it in the air. Still looking. Now he tucks. And we'll pick up about 7. They're going to keep walking. They give him 9.
Yeah, I'm just looking for every potential option before he throws the ball. No bad throws, just good patience there. Chose to run afterwards.
He thinks like a quarterback. The first option is always to try. You can always have the option of tucking and running, but the first option is always to try and get the ball downfield.
Yeah, and you can look off defenders that way and maybe get some more yards for yourself.
Shotgun this time. Eiler on his right hip. Rolls to the wide side of the field. Has receivers that way. Throws behind his man. I believe that was Cody Aldrich. But when it's 2nd and 1, you kind of get you don't want to call it a free play, but you definitely have, you got 3rd and 1 still in the bag.
Yeah, you can open up your playbook a little bit. Defense doesn't really know what to expect on that one.
This time they will play it much safer. Eiler, right side, first down, and about 10 more.
St. Mary's has spent a lot of time in the red zone today.
Clock stops while they move the chains. We may get one more play before the end of the quarter.
Around 11 seconds left, counting down.
But we will not. And that'll do it. 14-8. St. Mary's Crusaders lead the Douglas Trojans. We will be back with the second quarter right after this. Welcome back. About to start things off in the second quarter. It is 14-8. But a 70-yard touchdown for the Douglas Trojans has them 14-8. And then some circumstances there on the extra point. They actually kicked the extra point off the upright and then went for 2 and made it. So Crusaders with the ball again.
Yeah, things
this time they try the left side. And another 9 yards on first down. Crusaders just eating up chunks. Trey Foster wide out here to the right. Looking for this crosser. Touchdown, Crusaders. Let's say Kobe Aldrich. Yeah, that's 33, Kobe Aldrich. St. Mary's, that's exactly what they needed to do, is answer that big explosive touchdown from the Trojans.
Yeah, and they drove right down the field.
So the Crusaders answer quickly.
And they'll line up quickly to go for 2.
They will go for 2. Adehua looking, running into the end zone. That was a beautiful little fake shuffle pass. I think just to hold the defender to leave the hole open enough for him to sneak into the end zone. 22-8. St. Mary's Crusaders lead it. We'll be back right after this.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Crusaders kick it off after the touchdown. Trojans to about the 35-yard line. So again, Trojans will start in great field position. That's the thing with these teams that like to keep it on the ground, is it opens up stuff over the top, and you only have to hit one. When there's nobody else back there, you only got to hit one of those, beat that deep safety, and you're gone.
Yeah, that defense will get into a kind of a routine of stopping the run and won't be able to track the man going out of the backfield. And then you have those big plays.
See what the Trojans dial up. Not much around the right side. Trey Foster shut that down. Such an explosive athlete at the defensive end position. Really just a havoc wreaker. He barely plays a position. He's just out there to get at the ball.
Yeah, with those long arms can wrap up runners quite easily. Playing the defensive end position is just about establishing your gap and knowing who your man is important.
Second and 10. Right up the middle, Breck puts his head down. No, 40. Levi Brown, who's been in at fullback. You can tell they're a team that wants to establish that dive. So Gold Beach was a lot like that last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Just those run plays up the middle, they tried to establish it all game. Finally got something going later in the fourth quarter, but by that time, St. Mary's had gotten their piece on the offensive end.
Sean Snyder, John Beatty, Nate Thickett. Very tough to run against on that defensive line. So strength on strength, and again, ooh, he did manage to escape out of the pile, and that'll be a first down. Sneaky feet. Thought he had him stopped.
Yeah, great job to push ahead for a couple more yards and just get that first down. It's everything. First is very different than fourth down and short.
So really nicely done to turn those chains over. Those last-minute manned chains. We heard the all call alert go out, the SOS go out for a chain gang called in sick. Wow, it gets pitch black when it gets black, when that sun goes down. Wow.
All we got is stadium lights and nothing behind it but mountains.
He did get the handoff away, but it's not going to matter much. The pursuit is just too much.
Yeah.
Half a dozen white shirts in the backfield.
Yeah, we were talking about contain, just knowing who your man is, tackling the quarterback anyways, because you never know when they can pull the ball and run.
One of the things with these option offenses, they just hold the ball in the belly for so long. They make you make that decision.
And St. Mary's all over that one.
Again, it's really the strength of this team. I mean, they have some really excellent outside athletes in the secondary, but up the middle, they are super strong. Colby Aldrich at middle linebacker leads the way too there as well. Right up the middle for 4.
Yeah, gets that yardage back from the previous play. Sometimes those good short runs are what you need to get your offense going and establish the passing game later.
And it's still early. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. This is a 2-score game. You stick with what got you here. No reason to panic. You're not busting out big plays.
Yeah, just knowing what your offense is and establishing your game plan. No need to make any panic moves right now, as you said. They will have it on 3rd and long here.
Fake to Brown, looks outside, being dragged down from behind.
And a
I think
fumble.
he lost the ball, yeah. But he's not going to get anywhere either.
Looks like they fell right back on top of it.
Pretty much.
And this is one of those no man's land here right near the 50-yard line where you could either punt or go for it.
Go. And they will. They're lined up in their offensive huddle. Yeah, you go for it here.
Just trying to continue the momentum and get any kind of offensive flow you can. And you might as well.
Right, so they're actually going to take a timeout, and you just don't want to put the ball back in St. Mary's hand. Just do anything you can to keep the ball, keep that offense off the field.
Yeah, and we've seen no pushback yet from the defense of Douglas.
All right, timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back right after this.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central.
Welcome back, just in time for the Trojans to line it up here on 4th down over the middle. No good. So the St. Mary's defense stands strong, and it will be a turnover on downs. Let's go ahead and get you some quick updates from tonight. 7-7 North Medford and the Sheldon Irish tied with 5 minutes left in the second. Joel Valadez with an 80-yard touchdown catch for the Cavemen. They lead at 7-0. 7-7 actually an update there, so I was going back a little in my text history. 7-7 Grants Pass and Roseburg tied. Covington with the ball and some nice feet.
He keeps on running.
Miss.
Yeah, just kept his feet moving. got maybe a good 10 yards extra.
He's such a change of pace guy. You got Eiler pounding it at you all night. All of a sudden you get Covington in there, has some shiftiness to his game.
Yeah, and we finally see St. Mary's trying to mix it up on the offensive end and get some new plays going. That inside run was working quite well today.
This time gets stuffed up pretty quickly. 7-6 South Medford over McNary. So the Panthers holding court there at home.
And North Medford just went up 13-7 against the Sheldon Irish in Eugene, Oregon.
Ashland leading Churchill now up 17-0 over the Lancers. So that would be a huge win for the Grizzlies. Downfield, Foster. They're going to say no. They're going to say catch. No, he did come down with it. The defensive back came away waving it off like it was incomplete. I thought he came down with it, and that is the call from the official. So
yeah.
Trayvon Foster with the big play downfield sets the Crusaders up in terrific scoring position.
Yeah, that corner was contesting the call, maybe seeing the ball hit the field, but it looks like Foster came down with the play.
Handoff.
Big one.
Right side, touchdown, Crusaders. Covington for the score.
Touchdown.
And a really quick shift of momentum. You go from missing that fourth down conversion at midfield, and then St. Mary's back on the board.
Really two scores really quickly after giving up that big explosive play that put the Trojans on the board. St. Mary's has come right back, put two quick, easy touchdowns on the board, exactly what they needed. They go for two, rolls out backwards, has Foster, gets the short man. That's Aldrich. So he had Foster along the back line, finds Aldrich along the front line of the end zone for the two-point conversion. Crusaders lead it 30-8, 5 minutes, 36 seconds left until the half. We're back after this.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Crusaders kicking off after the touchdown. Again, fields it on the run with a chance at great field position. He stopped fairly quickly, at least as far as the Trojans' possessions have gone. They've had really good field position so far.
Yeah, and both teams on special teams just making the best of their opportunities, getting some good returns in there.
Yes, this one is out to the 30 as well.
About 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Trojans will take over. Try and recapture that spark they had a couple drives ago. Still Brecht under center. Levi Brown behind him. Gets the carry. Foster had him and then left him. Luckily enough, a couple more of his line mates wrapped him up.
Yeah, and you heard the whistles. Maybe if no whistles would have been blown, could have kept running a little more. But forward progress will be stopped.
The clock will continue to run. 5 minutes on the nose.
Lines up in the gun.
And the pressure is just too strong. They weren't buying that play action at all.
You see Foster over there pumped up to get the stop.
I believe that was also John Beatty in on the stop. Terrific penetration.
3rd and 18 for the Trojans.
Has the slant pattern complete. Doesn't get much. Yeah, there's going to be something on the tackle there. He spun him around. Horse collar inside the face mask, something like that.
Yeah, as you said, personal foul penalty. Lost a few yards running backwards and just a weird angle there on the tackle.
Yeah. It's always, and that's why these penalties happen when you start getting guys coming back against the grain like that. When you start coming back against, and you got guys running opposite directions and just sticking an arm out to try and, that's when
guys
you get
coming back
like
downfield, all the corners on their routes.
Right. Face mask is what they call it.
And it's tough when you're in the heat of the moment, running full speed, trying to get guys down.
You're just reaching out, trying to grab whatever you can.
And you're hoping it's Jersey, but sometimes it's not.
Got 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 42-yard line.
So that'll make 1st and 10 after the penalty gets marched off inside 4 minutes. Trojans driving. Look downfield, has his man complete on the edge, but cannot escape the initial defender. Really nice, sure-handed tackling on the edge there for the Crusaders.
And both teams with these long, time-consuming drives, just taking it one play at a time, running a lot of clock, but nothing too drastic, not panicking.
But not a lot of failed drives either. 30-8. There have been for long drives. They've actually ended in a lot of scores. It's not like that. We haven't seen a ton of punts or just ended failed drives. We have seen some turnover on downs, but
yeah, but no sloppy turnovers on offense by either team.
Yeah.
There will be a whistle pre-snap.
And the Crusaders will start heading backwards.
The Trojans another 1st down.
The first of very few mistakes for St. Mary's, but it results in a 1st down for Douglas on the offside penalty.
We've seen how quickly those tables can turn. So any little mistake, you never know when it's going to come back to bite you.
Yeah, new life in the Douglas offense.
Brown, nothing doing up the middle.
Not much there.
Kobe Aldrich leading the way from middle linebacker. He is an enforcer. He stands strong in the middle of that defense. Lets them do a lot of things on the outside because of his versatility.
Yeah, and a tough guy to bring down on the other end as well. A lot of these guys playing both ways, such is the case for a lot of high school athletics. And the offense will come back to the line.
Amazing how things can change year to year in high school football. Grizzlies up over the Lancers 24-0. That game was a blowout the other way last year.
And Churchill a staple the last couple of years in the 5A.
Yeah. Nice completed pass right along the sideline.
That one good for about 8 yards.
They'll keep that clock running. He didn't get out of bounds. So that'll bring up 3rd and they'll call it 3rd and 3.
Even these throws in bounds.
90 seconds until the half.
And if you're Douglas, might want to think about some timeouts here, but not until you maybe run a little more and not give St. Mary's too much time on the other end.
3 wide to the short side of the field. Brecht fakes and keeps. It's going to be very close. think they're going to give him the first down. It's going to be close. No, they won't.
And it looks like 3rd and inches.
We're going to talk about it for a minute. Again, I want to say thank you to all of our great sponsors here on TableRockSports.net. Of course, our title sponsor, the Lithia Superstore. General Manager Jason Lawrence out there at the Lithia Superstore does a great job. Got the privilege of calling his son Caleb winning a state title on the Crater baseball team a couple of years ago. That was exciting for everybody. All right, this is going to be a little longer than we anticipated. 59.4 seconds left until the half. We'll go ahead and cut to a break. We'll be back right after this.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back. 59.4 seconds left until the half. The Douglas Trojans trying to put some more points on the board. Quarterback sneak is the call on 4th and short. Crusaders think they stopped it. It's obviously all going to depend on the spot. Crusader sideline certainly pointing in their direction.
You saw some guys jumping over the top there, just trying to stop any forward momentum. But they will move the chains. First down.
Give them the spot. First down, Trojans. 53.8 now. Spike. So that'll stop the clock.
Trojans stop the clock with 50 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, good clock management here.
They're going to line right back up.
And no quitting this Trojan team. They're still trying to drive the ball down the field.
They go out to the left. Oh, Brady Eiler just missed the interception. They tried to go to the 3 wide side.
And might have had a man down the middle open. That one a little errant to the right, and Eiler saw daylight.
Yeah. That would have been one of those real crushers to close the half when you're driving. And all of a sudden you give up a big play the other way, but Eiler just couldn't quite hold on to it. It's so funny. There's a kid with pretty good hands. They get on the defensive side of the ball. All of a sudden they can't catch.
Yeah, and a pitcher during baseball season, too, is Eiler.
Mm-hmm. So as we wait for them to sort out the flag, offside against the defense. So that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Brecht to the right, has his man, first down. First down and out of bounds, which will stop the clock even beyond getting the first down.
Yeah, and a really quick play. Didn't take much time off. Was able to get a good throw out of it, and we'll see where they mark it.
Just short of the first down.
They're going to say 3rd and short on the play.
They're staying no back. Pressure comes. Throw lands short. And there's a Crusader down in the backfield. I believe that's Trey Foster. Going to go ahead and step away while they take a look at the injured Crusader. We'll let you know who it was when we come back. All right. Well, they've got Trayvon back to his feet. Was Trayvon Foster. 37.2 seconds left until the half. It will be fourth, I believe. Fourth and short. Yeah, fourth and very, very short. Less than one. And yet they've dialed up a pass on that last play. This time they actually have Brown in as a runner.
Yeah, and a surprise on the last play, not going for the run. They'll try it here.
Breck kept it. Again, all going to depend on a very iffy spot.
Maybe just a little bit of forward momentum going there. And they'll give them the first down.
Coach is calling for another spike. 25 as the clock starts after they reset the chains. Spike. 20 seconds. This is a big play right now, for Douglas. You score here. You've cut that deficit to 30-15, 30-16. You're right back in the game.
Yeah, and that's just two possessions.
Yeah.
Much more easy to overcome than potentially 30-6.
You've had some moments on offense. You've been able to move the ball. Brecht from the gun.
And this will be huge.
Crusaders bluffing blitz. We'll see if the flag is on the rusher or on the line. False start on the Trojans. So,
yeah, definitely heard footsteps.
Yeah.
Linebacker ran to the line and faked blitz.
Again, that St. Mary's pass rush just overwhelming when the situation calls for it. Lance Parrish in on that one for the Crusaders. And another timeout for Douglas. Go ahead and take this one with them as well. Back right after this. And a half seconds left for the Douglas Trojans to work with as they try and get on the board before the half. Brecht looking left, goes deep left, into coverage.
And that was a
Can't bail him
bang-bang
out.
play.
Yeah, and I hate bailout flags. That would have absolutely been a bailout flag. He wasn't really making a play on it. He was hoping to get a flag to bail him out of a bad play.
Yeah, and that one just bounced right into his chest plate, had every opportunity to catch it. The defender really didn't influence the catch in that case. And that sack on the last play looming large.
Got it over the middle. But the St. Mary's defense is not going to let him get away. So that'll be good for about 20 yards, but it will also expire the clock. So halftime, 30-8. St. Mary's Crusaders up on top. We'll be back with the second half after this.
Hi, welcome to St. Mary's School.
I'm Alea, a junior.
And I'm Corin, a senior.
And we wanted to give you a quick tour of our amazing school. Come on.
St. Mary's is on the cutting edge of education, developing dynamic thinkers and lifelong learners.
Our teachers are passionate, our facilities are high-tech, and the open environment encourages critical thinking.
Our robotics lab is better than that of most colleges.
In fact, we've competed on the global scale. We've been to the World Championships not once, but 4 times.
These robots are going to take over the world.
No, but St. Mary's will.
Albert Einstein once said, the only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of the library.
And ours covers 5,000 square feet, housing over 12,000 titles. We even have 767 books from our Confucius Classroom Hanban organization.
It's where our dynamic thinkers come to read, study, or just chill for a little while.
This is our middle school, where it all starts.
Let's go check it out. The 5th grade. I haven't been here since, well, the 5th grade.
Since St. Mary's has 5th through 12th grades, we recognize that it's important for the lower grades to have their own unique experience.
I miss the 5th grade.
Yeah, simpler times. What is the most important thing to any student, anytime, anywhere? Food.
And boy, do we have it. With a full restaurant-style kitchen, we aren't just serving PB&Js.
We have a bunch of healthy options, including vegetarian and gluten-free stuff.
We even have fries.
That's a breadstick. And what do we do on Friday nights?
We study.
No.
We go to the library.
Really?
We appreciate the patience of our wonderful teachers.
We'll be doing what millions of other students across the country will be doing. Football! We fly that blue and white every Friday night. Let's go Crusaders, let's go! Let's go Crusaders, let's go!
At St. Mary's, we're not just a bunch of brainiacs. We're the 7-time winners of the OSIA Oregonian Cup.
We compete in 19 different sports, including football, soccer, tennis, cross country, track and field, archery, and so much more.
I mean, we have an 8-lane all-weather track and 5 acres of athletic fields.
So yeah, we take our sports pretty seriously. This is our chapel, based on the architecture of the Galla Placidia in Ravenna, Italy.
And the 4 arms of this chapel are thematic and represent the 4 stages in growth and faith. I know stuff.
We like to think globally here at St. Mary's.
Not only do we travel to other countries,
we invite international students from all over the world to come stay and learn with us.
Our beautiful dorm is right here on campus and features spacious 2-person rooms, a full kitchen, a huge common area for watching TV, playing ping pong, or just hanging out with other international students. One of the best things about St. Mary's is that we only have about 500 students.
Which means that the student-to-teacher ratio is about 10 to 1.
It also means we have 500 awesome friends.
We approach scheduling a little differently here at St. Mary's.
That's because we use the MOD system. It gives us over 300 courses to choose from.
And it gives us the flexibility to make up our own unique schedule. And the term only lasts 26 days, giving us a school year full of classes we want to take. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, we found just the guy to answer that. Our principal, Mr. Meyer.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Well, what this means for you guys is you have a school that really cares about where you're going and your future. We have 100% college acceptance rate. We've got extensive AP classes. And you guys have a faculty who really cares for you and really wants to see you do well with your lives.
So it's like a GPS, but for our futures.
Yes, it is, but kind of without the robot voice there, Corin.
St. Mary's School is more than just a campus, cafeteria, or classrooms.
St. Mary's is a home where you'll begin to find your true place in the world.
This is where your journey begins. And from here?
Well, that's up to you.
What is education? Is it desks and a line? Is it reading from a textbook? Or should it be something more?
St. Mary's is a really special place, and it's hard to understand that unless you visit, unless you spend time here.
And the kids here are just wonderful.
It makes teaching easy because they want to learn and they're very respectful.
They care about each other. They know how to collaborate and work together. They know how to figure out complex problems.
They respond to enthusiasm and they develop their own enthusiasm, which is something that I feed off as a teacher.
We care for them as a whole, as an individual. It's not just about my subject. We care about all parts of that student.
One of the benefits of our project-based learning program in the middle school is that students are able to take what they're learning and make something really creative and inventive and exciting, and they're also very invested in it because it's real to them.
The students really get involved and get to learn problem solving through a hands-on approach. Through our mod system, they can take an engineering class and see if it's for them, but then maybe realize that they want to do something a little more creative and then take some art classes and find out that architecture might be their thing.
This is education for the 21st century. Our programming is designed to teach people to think outside the box.
This year we have students from 11 different countries, plus all of our American students, so we're an international campus. Students learn from each other. Local students learn from students who come to go to school here. In the classrooms, they really add to what is happening, and that benefits the local students.
A great education is more than just what happens inside the classroom. It's what happens when students learn about competition, about teamwork, about how to win and how to lose. It's about learning how to become who they need to become.
I think what's most important about this is that you know that kid sitting in front of you, you see them as an individual, and you understand that you can have an impact on their life and inspire them to find out something about themselves that they didn't know existed, and that they can leave the school and they can go off and do some great things with their lives, whatever that may be. I feel like we're doing something pretty special and spectacular at this place.
It's so inspiring, not only for myself, these students, but for everybody who works here, for everybody who comes here. To be part of St. Mary's is something that is truly extraordinary.
Hi, welcome to St. Mary's School.
I'm Alea, a junior.
And I'm Corin, a senior.
And we wanted to give you a quick tour of our amazing school. Come on!
St. Mary's is on the cutting edge of education, developing dynamic thinkers and lifelong learners.
Our teachers are passionate, our facilities are high-tech, and the open environment encourages critical thinking.
Our robotics lab is better than that of most colleges.
In fact, we've competed on the global scale. We've been to the World Championships not once, but 4 times.
These robots are going to take over the world.
No, but St. Mary's will.
Albert Einstein once said, the only thing you absolutely need to know is the location of the library.
And ours covers 5,000 square feet, housing over 12,000 titles. We even have 767 books from our Confucius Classroom Hanban organization.
It's where our dynamic thinkers come to read, study, or just chill for a little while.
This is our middle school, where it all starts.
Let's go check it out. The 5th grade. I haven't been here since, well, the 5th grade.
Since St. Mary's has 5th through 12th grades, we recognize that it's important for the lower grades to have their own unique experience.
I miss the 5th grade.
Yeah, simpler times. What is the most important thing to any student, anytime, anywhere? Food.
And boy, do we have it. With a full restaurant-style kitchen, we aren't just serving PB&Js.
We have a bunch of healthy options, including vegetarian and gluten-free stuff.
We even have fries.
That's a breadstick. And what do we do on Friday nights?
We study.
No.
We go to the library.
Really?
We appreciate the patience of our wonderful teachers.
We'll be doing what millions of other students across the country will be doing. Football! We fly that blue and white every Friday night. Let's go Crusaders, let's go! Let's go Crusaders, let's go!
At St. Mary's, we're not just a bunch of brainiacs. We're the 7-time winners of the OSAA Oregonian Cup.
We compete in 19 different sports, including football, soccer, tennis, cross country, track and field, archery, and so much more.
I mean, we have an 8-lane all-weather track and 5 acres of athletic fields.
So yeah, we take our sports pretty seriously. This is our chapel, based on the architecture of the Galla Placidia in Ravenna, Italy.
And the 4 arms of this chapel are thematic and represent the 4 stages in growth and faith. I know stuff.
We like to think globally here at St. Mary's.
Not only do we travel to other countries,
we invite international students from all over the world to come stay and learn with us.
Our beautiful dorm is right here on campus and features spacious 2-person rooms, a full kitchen, a huge common area for watching TV, playing ping pong, or just hanging out with other international students. One of the best things about St. Mary's is that we only have about 500 students.
Which means that the student-to-teacher ratio is about 10 to 1.
It also means we have 500 awesome friends.
We approach scheduling a little differently here at St. Mary's.
That's because we use the MOD system. It gives us over 300 courses to choose from.
And it gives us the flexibility to make up our own unique schedule. And the term only lasts 26 days, giving us a school year full of classes we want to take. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, we found just the guy to answer that. Our principal, Mr. Meyer.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Well, what this means for you guys is you have a school that really cares about where you're going and your future. We have 100% college acceptance rate. We've got extensive AP classes. And you guys have a faculty who really cares for you and really wants to see you do well with your lives.
So it's like a GPS, but for our futures.
Yes, it is, but kind of without the robot voice there, Corin.
St. Mary's School is more than just a campus, cafeteria, or classrooms.
St. Mary's is a home where you'll begin to find your true place in the world.
This is where your journey begins. And from here?
Well, that's up to you.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's gonna take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's gonna take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back. There you see your score at the half. Crusaders lead it 30-8. We are inside a minute left in halftime. Going to get you some quick first half stats, just some real basic stuff. Rushing yardage on either side, St. Mary's was 14 carries for 127 yards, had 18 carries for just 21 yards on the ground for Douglas. Not a strong per rush average there for the Trojans. St. Mary's in the air. Li'iloa Kaiawai-Lehua, 6 of 9 for 93 yards. And for the Trojans, 6 of 14. But, of course, that big touchdown for 113 yards. So they make up for that average in the passing game. Individual stats, couple quick ones for the Crusaders. Brady Eiler had 8 rushes for 80 yards. And in the passing game, Josh Covington, 3 catches, 30 yards in the first half. 2-1. There you hear the horn for the second half. And the Crusaders will start with the ball.
Yeah, we have a little bit of an injury update. Trayvon Foster had a shoulder injury, but he seems to be okay, just trying to shake it off. Maybe we'll get back in the game here in a little bit. We will wait for more words when we get them.
Some other halftime catching up to do. 34-14 Ashland Grizzlies over the Churchill Lancers there. 40-0. Crater Comets up big over North Eugene. No surprise there coming off that loss to the Thurston Colts. Crater right back in the fast lane there. 14-7 Grants Pass Cavemen over a 3-1 Roseburg Indians team. So that would be a big win for Coach John Musser and his Cavemen.
Yeah, and as Southwest Conference play starts, 2 really big games going on at North at Sheldon and, of course, the Roseburg Grants Pass game. And this may be the week that a lot of these teams are figured out for the course of the season.
Black Tornado up in Eugene, 21-14 over the Irish.
And that's directly after Sheldon went down and scored on the previous possession,
Right.
not 1-2 minutes later.
Irish team is not far away from figuring it out. And when they do, they are every bit as talented as they were last year when they went to a state title game. Back to the field here. Douglas Trojans on defense. Beautiful throw from Ali Iloa. Kobe Aldrich with the reception. We're not at halftime anymore.
Yeah, and a good catch down the middle. Got that run after the catch to get down to the right side, gained about 10-15 yards extra.
It's a staple of this St. Mary's offense. They want to get the defense looking one way, then come to the crossing route against momentum. There's a pitch. Handled shakily, but handled in the end. Will Hike.
Yeah, and upended over there. Gained about 7 yards on the play. Yeah, and with a lot of those bigger guys, you kind of have to go for the legs just to get them down, and that's what Douglas did on that play.
Phoenix Pirates up over the Pelicans of Klamath Union 21-12. That game's also at the half. Keeping it on the ground. Huge hole for the Crusaders. Caden Aldrich. Aldrich, the younger, getting the carry here in the second half as the Crusaders look to keep the ball on the ground. We've got a Trojan down. So we will go ahead and head to a quick break here from some of our great sponsors while they figure this one out. We'll be back right after this.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that something's.
Wailehua! Oh, double pumped. I think it just, if he had thrown on that first clutch, Jaden Foster was there.
doing what he's done all game, making his reads. Could have possibly had a man open.
And there's always the option to just throw it up. Sounds like Trayvon Foster might be done for the night. Sneak from Wailehua. Touchdown, Ali Iloa.
And they put 6 more points up for St. Mary's.
It's what you like to see when you defer the kick to the second half. You come right out of the gates, put 6 on the board to see if they go for 2 here.
And if
I don't know if there's even a question. I don't know why you ever. The percentages are getting so high on 2-point conversions. I genuinely don't understand why extra points even exist anymore.
Yeah, the game is ever changing. A lot more people going for 2 now.
Yeah. Trying to find the end zone. Does find the end zone. Kobe Aldrich finishing off the drive with the 2-point conversion. St. Mary's Crusaders 38. Douglas Trojans 8. But they'll have the ball when we come back.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
Ground ball isn't covered up initially. Squeaks free, but it is covered up by the Crimson and Gray in the end.
Yeah, and that one will drive the coaches crazy. We heard him yelling on the sideline, just fall on the ball, retain possession at all
After 10
costs.
yards, that's a live ball.
First down and 10 for the Trojans at the 35.
And looking to get their offense going as the Trojans go back on the field.
Come out 4 wide again, 3 to the bottom of the screen. He looks that way. Pressure comes that way. Coverage is that way, so the catch is made. They are actually, are they even going to give him the line of scrimmage?
He may
I
have
believe
lost.
they are. They're going to just give him the line of scrimmage. So just back to where they started, so no gain.
Yeah, good catch, but no room to run afterwards, and struggled to get back to the line of scrimmage. One of those high point balls you just have to bring in and fall to the ground.
Nine minutes in the third quarter. Trojans keep it on the ground. Just a couple. Play action. They go downfield. Had the receiver, but couldn't quite put it on the right shoulder.
Fourth down.
Corey Kiltz was the intended receiver, and he had a step on Covington.
Yeah, and maybe not getting his head around in time to pinpoint that ball. Was a good throw along the sideline, good placement. And Douglas is going to need a few more big plays like that one to go their way if they're going to get back in this game here in the third quarter.
I mean, you're 0-4. Looks towards the sideline. Nice job. Great hands, Seth Christian. Incomplete. My fault. Thought he picked that right out of the air.
Yeah.
Had it initially.
Looked like a clean catch, just losing it on the way to the ground. And it looks like possession arrow will turn over.
That was 4th down, so turnover on downs. Crusaders will have the ball. Usual suspects.
Great field position beyond the 50-yard line, around the 40 of Douglas right now.
That's kind of the game at this point in a game like this. No reason to not go for it. Almost any situation. Flag on the snap.
That one thrown down the line, maybe an offsides.
Wait for them to march it off.
That one being called against St. Mary's.
Illegal motion against the Crusaders is declined, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Trying to pull the trigger, finally finds a man. Just sat down in the soft spot to Josh Covington.
Breaks a few tackles and pick up an extra 8 to 10 yards.
Clock will resume as they move the chains. Another nice drive. This is just what St. Mary's needs. Just be consistent from here on out. Don't get anybody else hurt. Sounds like Trayvon wasn't too serious.
No, it seemed to be okay. Just hurt his shoulder, dinged up a little bit. Hopefully he can take the rest of the game off and return to action. We got a big run up the middle.
Covington on the ground. Yeah, it's coming back.
Pass to the motion back for a big gain.
And getting a little sloppy here with some penalty flags being thrown the last couple plays.
Tie ball game in Eugene. Irish on the board again. 21-21 with the Black Tornado.
Penalties against the Crusaders. Going to back them up.
7:24 left in the third as we wind the clock. Crusaders look to keep eating up chunks on the ground. Covington in motion. Looks left, goes up, top left, too far, up top for Kobe Aldrich.
Yeah, that one of those corner throws.
Just led him a little too far out of bounds. That's the kind of play they like to open up. Even if you don't hit it, just knowing it's there can be enough to soften the defense later on.
Yeah,
and
just
a lot
letting
of
them know that no matter what point in the game we're in, they're still going to throw the ball and go for those big opportunities and maybe not run and chew clock.
And everything's on tape now, so you never know who's going to be watching or what you're going to be putting on tape for other teams later on down the line.
Kept turning his feet there and gained some more yards, close to a first down.
6.5 left to play now. Rolls out back right. Tucks it. He's so quick. When he sees a hole and makes up his mind to tuck and run, he hits that hole so quickly.
Yeah, just a great decision there to pull up and run up the middle.
He's just a great decision maker. That's really the impressive thing about Ali'iloa.
And just the lack of mistakes is impressive.
Yeah.
In this game and in a lot of games we've seen.
Rarely makes the wrong read. Always knows when to pitch and when to keep. Looks left. Back to the middle. Into traffic. But he found a man. He was buried in the middle there. I'll get the number as soon as I can, but it's a touchdown, Crusaders.
Didn't see that one in the pile. Had a man going down the middle, and someone else came up with it.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the
That's exactly what I was about to say.
One of his big tight ends
yeah.
there in the middle.
So we'll give it to Aldrich. But it's 44-8.
Yeah, that one lost a little bit.
It's just the angle. I mean, when you're at this low angle, it's just tough to see through the traffic. 2-point conversion. That's Kobe Aldrich. That's good for 2. 46-8. Crusaders lead it back right after this.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Kick is away. Kick is fielded by the Trojans, trying to come back against the grain into a sea of Crusader blue and white.
Yeah, may have been better off just taking the yards there and falling down, but trying to fight for more in this stage. And still keeping the competitiveness. You like to see that on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And the score might not tell the whole tale here, as Douglas had some good drives going and just couldn't convert on their fourth down plays.
They just don't have the option for explosive. I mean, they hit the one slant pattern to the house. They just don't have as many options for explosiveness as St. Mary's.
Yeah, and they may need some of those explosive plays to come back quickly.
Handoff up the middle, keeps it. Dangerous. Safety? No. No, forward progress. They're actually going to have them all the way out to the 4.
That's what St. Mary's will have you believe.
Ever the optimist.
Back inside the 5-yard line.
They will award them forward progress. And Douglas trying to escape the teeth of the St. Mary's defense here in the danger zone.
Yeah, this is where things can get ugly in a hurry, and they're going to spread it. They're going to run their stuff 4 wide from the 4.
And it's really key just to get that first down, establish confidence.
Found him on the run, made him miss, and there it is.
Over the middle for a big pickup for the Trojans.
And a good decision there to bring out some wide receivers in a spread formation and just catch them sleeping.
There you go.
Maybe expecting a run there just to get out of the shadow of their own goalposts, and instead it's a big play.
And just to catch a defense out of position and off guard. Like you said, come out 4 wide up from the 4. Find him right on the run, just in stride. Again, they're finding the timing here. And you see when it clicks, you see what they're going for.
Yeah, and starting to find their flow here with about 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Four minutes left in the third, 2/3 through the third. Douglas Trojans trying to salvage something here. He escapes the pressure, escapes up the middle, meets John Beatty.
That one was right on the line, and they will award him the first down.
He earned it, though. John Beatty met him there in the middle and put him down nice and hard.
Yeah, and made 2 moves to shake some defenders and pick up 4 extra yards on the play to get that one. A lot of effort going there for the quarterback keeper.
Faked the swing pass, tried to go downfield. Jaden Foster was all over it.
Yeah, just letting them play. Some incidental contact there, but a good play by both players. Try to go for that.
They both
ball.
got that, yeah.
Yeah. Crowd's still out here in full force cheering on their team.
I love small town Oregon football. I think maybe the most fun game I had a chance to call this last year was that 2-1-2A championship game. They play 8-man down there. And it's just different enough. You know, it's just different enough to really be a completely different animal.
Yeah, and I haven't gotten a chance to watch any 8-man football, but I always have wanted to.
Brings up 3rd and short. The current Trojan drives
Inside 3 minutes. Sorry, Jonathan, go ahead.
Just seems like another experience with 8-man.
It's just different enough to seem like a different thing.
Another good catch up the middle. Short yardage to go for a first down.
Design keeper runs right into an untouched Sean Snyder.
And I don't think they were fooled there.
Yeah, not even a little bit. When you beat your block off the snap, it doesn't really matter if you're fooled or not when you're standing right there.
Yeah, perfect position to make the play. They will give him a generous spot on the field. But swarming defense there for St. Mary's to stop the play. Still.
That's the way, that's their sort of formula. Stay stout in the middle, let your athletes cover over the top.
And it's worked out well for them as you see all the carries.
Brecht just can't find his receiver again, just maybe on the wrong shoulder. Receiver turned the wrong way. That's Brett Perry.
That's going to be another turnover on downs as St. Mary's gets back possession.
It's just amazing. The more you watch, the more you realize it doesn't take much to miss. You don't have to miss by much.
Football is a game of inches. Any given game could be a step away from a blowout or
yeah,
a
couple
close
of
one.
these throws on the other shoulder couple of these catches that the Trojans can come down with. Got a totally different ball game. As it is, Brady Eiler going to keep piling up yards. Down the sideline, makes a miss. Touchdown, Brady Eiler.
The left side by the Crusaders is long and is a touchdown.
And again, he broke 4 or 5 tackles there. Any one of those manages to hang on. You don't get plays like that.
Yeah, and he just kept trailing down the sideline for 6. Had no men in front of him after that first 2 or 3.
Crusaders will go for 2. Nope. Nope. We got a whistle. Two-point conversion is in for the Crusaders. They now lead it 54. No, did it?
Having a little bit of a clock issue. Ran a little bit more time
And
off.
the 2-point. So the 2-point conversion was no good. 2-point conversion was no good. The score is 52-8. We'll go ahead and be back real quick right after this.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US.
Welcome back. 2-point conversion was good. 54-8.
And that one will roll out of bounds and result in a penalty, bringing us back this way.
We'll see. Trojans look like they're going to take the field position. Looks like they're running the offense out there.
St. Mary's up 54-8 on the John L. Scott scoreboard.
First and 10 Trojans at the 35.
So the Trojans will take over. Clock runs inside, 20 seconds left in the third. Give them forward progress for a gain of a couple. That'll be the last play of the third quarter, 54-8. St. Mary's Crusaders all over the Douglas Trojans. We'll be back right after this.
At the end of the third quarter, we've got the Crusaders with 54 and the Trojans with 8.
go to a running clock as we start the fourth quarter. Looks like game well out of reach. Crusaders, lots of clean jerseys, lots of jerseys that haven't seen much action, and the pass rush still gets home. And some nice sportsmanship there.
You had an open receiver streaking down the field, but contact made on the quarterback, and that ball came out a little wobbly.
Lance Parrish, one of the starting defensive linemen, still in there. He's made several plays tonight. Looked really nice, been part of that stout Crusader front seven.
And it really does start at the defensive line, and that makes everybody's job easier in the secondary, just being physical at the point of attack. And they've certainly done that tonight.
Yeah. Hidden Valley, the Mustangs on top of the Crusaders next week, but don't look to next week quite so soon. Jaden Foster chases him down, and that's what they have to do, hit those slant patterns in space with some room to run.
Signaling for the hurry up, trying to continue that momentum and cash in on this big play. What a catch and run there. They will discuss and head back to the line.
Inside 10. Trojans moving.
St. Mary's was showing blitz, and the Trojans opt to go for the inside run.
They run right into it, yeah.
And not many fakes for St. Mary's when they opt to show that blitz. Just they bring everybody hard.
It's just to keep the line guessing, because you never know which one of the two guys bluffing is going to. You never know where it's going to come from. One of those two is coming. Sometimes both. But you never know which one. As a former offensive lineman, it's about planting those seeds. I have to know where my first step is as an offensive lineman.
And I played on the defensive side.
Just too tall for the intended receiver. Corey Kiltz couldn't quite get up for it. Yeah, we got a tie ball game inside 6 minutes in Eugene, 21-21.
And it seems like Sheldon has had the ball forever, just running clock down.
Yeah.
Making sure North and
going to be one of those whoever has the ball, exactly, whoever has the ball last sort of games. 28-19, South Medford Panthers up. And the Cavemen extend their lead over Roseburg as the pass goes up into the corner. Touchdown, Douglas Trojans.
Yeah, and a great read there to get his man to the outside, looks away the defense and throws to the corner.
Cavemen extend their lead over Roseburg, 28-14. Grant's pass up now.
They will attempt the 2-point conversion.
Sure.
Let's see it.
Brecht over the middle. Complete. Nicely done. Great hands in the end zone to come down with it.
They waved incomplete.
And I can't get one right tonight. That's like the fourth. Whew. 54-14. We'll be back right after this.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Welcome back. 54-14. All Crusaders, and they're about to get the ball back.
And 7 minutes left as the clock runs.
Line drive, fielded by Covington. Big hole, up the middle, untouched. Josh Covington to the house.
And man, they had those short returns earlier in the game, and they finally broke one all the way to the house.
And it took a real line drive kick. I mean, his coverage had no shot of getting in any sort of position.
Just out kicking your coverage there. And the offense doesn't have to step on the field for St. Mary's.
So it's kind of all or nothing for St. Mary's this year. One close game and a bunch of blowouts. We'll see.
Definitely.
Again, they get the Hidden Valley Mustangs next week in Grants Pass. So
Yeah,
Hidden Valley.
Heading into conference play, it's just these kind of games test your mettle, but we'll really see if they can put it together against Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley, of course, had the last couple good games.
Team playing down from 4A. 2-point conversion is short. So the score will remain 60-14. We're almost halfway through the fourth. And we'll be back right after this. Crusaders here against the Trojans. Finally comes up with it, but it's a disastrous kickoff. And the Trojans will start buried in their own territory.
And there's not much of a chance there to pick it up and run. Sometimes you don't want to. You don't want to risk touching the ball and having it go the other way. And just not getting the breaks right now as the Douglas Trojans just had that touchdown on their last drive, but it quickly went the other way on the kickoff.
And it's just that kind of year for St. St. Mary's is just outflexing them at almost every position, like just at every level of the game. Unfortunately, just this year, and it's one of those things in high school athletics, it changes so drastically year to year, but they just, St. Mary's has the superior players this year.
And it might be really shaping up for a really good game later on this season against Cascade. Got that rivalry matchup.
Oh, those challengers are really good. That Cascade Christian team coming off a state title game loss last year. They are motivated. They want this. They have a lot of seniors. That Cascade Christian team's good. Got to see them in the very first week against Phoenix. Got to call their game at US Cellular. So I saw them up close and personal. And it will be high scoring for sure. It will be a track meet. That's for sure.
It will be a real test for St. Mary's.
And he gets loose here. Down the far sideline. Big play. So again, you see the pieces for Douglas. You see the pieces. It's just putting them together in a consistent way.
Yeah, finally coming together on the offensive end. Getting the plays that they want to execute down. Seeing more big throws.
Black Tornado. Keeping it close in Eugene. 28-27 now, awaiting an extra point.
It left a lot of time for Sheldon to go back down. You never know what could happen in those games. Run defense will be key.
Nice job to pick up the blitz. Give your quarterback time to throw. Go up and get it, young man. Inside the 10. Trojans will have another shot at 6.
What a catch there. High points the ball and brings it down. Stumbles back for 3 or 4 more yards. This has to give you some confidence as a Douglas team going into your next game, getting the offense rolling here in the second half.
Rush gets home again, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. Does pick up a couple.
And that one was looking like a disaster, able to escape. Very well could have been a sack, but was able to scramble for a couple of yards. Pre-snap penalty might have been delay a game.
Neutral zone infraction against the defense. And just a minute left here. St. Mary's will come away with the victory. Trojans will drop to 0-5. Crusaders will raise their record to 4-1. And again, a big game against Hidden Valley, the Mustangs, next week in Grants Pass. Dangerous throw. Almost intercepted.
Was just looking around for that ball. Could have gone either way.
Right, also almost caught with a lot of green in front of him.
Yeah, just trying to get one last score before this game ends as we roll to 30 seconds and counting. We'll give you a tight shot here to see that play. Handoff up the middle.
Touchdown, Trojans. So they're going to give their fans something to go home happy about. The Trojans will make this a 60-20 game. And that clock hits triple zeros. That's your final 60-20. St. Mary's Crusaders over the Douglas Trojans. My name's Chris Phillips. Jonathan McCrary to my right. Thank you so much for joining us right here on TableRockSports.net. Go ahead, turn that dial, tune into that Sheldon North Medford game, catch the end of that one. Thank you for joining us.